Hello, beautiful people. It's Sinderfam. Welcome to the channel. Today we're back again with another video from the Whatever podcast. Let's check it out.
For that, okay, Lucas, you two. Oh my God, Lucas, try to be a little more tactful, man. You two sent brain the 90% numbers for the average woman. Look it up, you ratchet. It's science, yes. Mother, wife, daughter, son like me. It's objective, but I did say some variability.
Okay, Lucas. I hope your mom likes you a little bit more now.
Although to be fair, actually, let me walk that back. You did say a pretty egregious thing to Lucas.
No, I didn't.
You said something about his
I said
mom?
I said I hope that his mom doesn't like him, and I still
that's
and
egregious.
Then that's okay.
That's egregious.
I think he'll keep
I'm
living.
actually on Lucas's side.
I think that you should hear, dude. Some of the things that these guys have been saying to us today. Are you kidding?
What are you on about?
She said that
you're chatting shit.
Hold on. She said that she hopes
because he was talking. Sorry, finish.
No, in your own words, what did you say to Lucas?
Oh no, I know what I said to Lucas.
What did you say?
What Lucas said to us is that women lose their what was it? He said something about fertility, and it's like, well, fertility is not the most important thing. Not everyone wants to have kids. These 4 women right here said that they don't really want to have kids,
and we don't give a fuck what men think.
Yeah, so they're trying to school us on something that they don't even have an opinion on. So I said, I hope your mom doesn't like you because I fucking said that. I don't care. I'll stand by it. I'll stand by it.
What about what they're saying about us?
Stop. So
stop.
No.
If I carried a baby in my womb for 9 months and it came out and in 20 years it started saying a bunch of shit about women's fertility,
what's wrong with that?
I think that they don't get an opinion because they're not a woman.
Oh, exactly. Okay, hold on. A couple things here. Wait, hold on. So okay. The first thing is that I think
your body, my choice. By the way,
you would say that. It's okay, Andrew.
We'll
still love you
next.
No, we won't. We still love Andrew.
That sounds like a charge ready to happen if it's your.
Let's be guys. Let's be nice. No. We're trying to have a productive conversation here. Last time I checked,
it's impossible.
Yeah, trying to. All right, so a couple things here. I think perhaps even though Lucas, you found what he said objectionable, or maybe he insulted you first to some degree.
Let me apologize.
To some degree.
Sorry.
There's a degree of proportionality that is justified. For example, let's say somebody pokes you. That's wrong. Somebody shouldn't poke you.
I don't give a fuck. I'll poke them back.
Does it give you pretext to murder them? Probably not, right?
I'm sorry, but me saying that to Lucas was not a murder thing. Oh my God,
had you not... Yeah. Do you know what an analogy is? I'm trying to explain. Yeah. Trying to articulate.
Do I know what an analogy is? That was so condescending.
Can you stop fucking out or whatever the fuck you're doing?
I'm poking.
It's not autism.
Can you stop? Okay, so I'm using an example to try to articulate a point. No, you did not literally murder Lucas. Now
that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
Now, yeah, and it's not what I meant either. So now that we've... God damn.
No, let him finish.
Oh, I'm just laughing.
Now, you said that men aren't allowed to have a position.
I said men shouldn't.
On what?
Have a position on anything about women's fertility.
Why?
Because it's the woman's decision to have a child whenever she wants to have the child.
Hold on. You need to better articulate. You need a better... So men can't have opinions on this?
No. I said that if a woman wants to have a kid at 35, why does that make her... Like what did that statistic do? Like, what
hold on.
prevalence was that statistic?
Lucas is not making the claim that women are barred from having children
He just said that he was just pointing out an objective fact.
Right.
Okay, cool.
To that, you said men should not even be able to have a conversation.
Okay, whoa. That's not...
You think I'm misrepresenting what you said?
I think you are completely misrepresenting what I said.
Men are not allowed to have an opinion on this.
I think that I made a joke and I said I hope your mom doesn't like you, and we've been doing a lot of satire tonight because I know that you and Andrew have both been doing a lot of that.
Throw out a statement.
No, but
and then just be like, oh, it's a show.
No, I do think that men should not have opinions about what happens with a woman's body, including growing a child.
Why?
I do think that because they don't have any other than the sperm, they don't grow the baby themselves. They're not the ones who are. Men can have children until they are literally on their deathbed. Women only have a certain amount of time, through mental menopause.
Let me just go ahead and grant to you that in the scenario I'm about to give you, this is a man who's not even involved in the woman's life, doesn't even know her. Explain to me why the man can't have an opinion on, for example, the fact that women have a kind of narrow fertility window, and I'll even bring it here because I think this is where you're going. Why can't men have an opinion on abortion?
No, I would like to respond to both of those points. I think that you are taking it as I don't think that men should have an opinion at all, and I think it's because they're using it in a condescending way.
I think that men have words that came out of your mouth.
Yes, absolutely. I think that we're like, I don't want this to get aggressive here because I'm really not trying to be.
Not aggressive.
So I think that what I was trying to say is that I think that the way that it was worded was really kind of pushing a point that there is a point where a woman is not valuable anymore, and that is what that statistic was trying to give me. I don't think.
Sure.
No, please just let me finish, because if I'm going to let you finish, like, please just allow me to.
But I'm the host, so
okay, sure, no, go ahead, babe. That's okay.
I like to, so
that's okay.
So here's the issue. Here's the issue is that so you're bringing it back to what he said. I'll just go ahead and grant that you think what he said is totally objectionable. You then made a statement saying men should, I'm kind of paraphrasing here, men should not have opinions on this.
On a woman's body and what happens in it.
Okay, so that is your position.
Yeah,
correct?
absolutely. I stand by that.
You're not joking.
No.
It's not a joke. Okay, so let's explore that. When you say men are not allowed to have an opinion on these topics, why?
I think that you are allowed to have I think that you are allowed to study facts. I think that there's lots of male doctors who study fertility, and that's a very different thing. But when it comes to some random guy who really doesn't know a whole lot about the subject, and he's over here telling me that like my value decreases after 35 because I can't have a kid anymore, like that just rubs me the wrong way, I guess.
Well,
okay.
You know, the problem with these modern day women is the fact that they say men should tell them the truth, and when a man tells them the truth, then they find it really upsetting or they get triggered. Because I mean, if he said something about the childbearing age, was any part of it a lie? I mean, it just goes to tell you that majority of the modern women don't even like accountability. They don't like the truth. They like to be spoon-fed with lies because it is convenient for them, because to them, when they hear the truth, then that makes it real, or that means it is real. But majority of the time, if you want people to be truthful to you, then you have to get real and understand that, yeah, things are real over here.
Okay, so
and if I'm reading that, and no, please, because if I interpreted that wrong, then I will 100% say that. Like,
so
I will be wrong. That's okay.
I'm
okay with being wrong.
That's totally cool.
Yeah.
Let's just say he's in favor of killing puppies. I don't give a fuck what he said. I'm exploring your claim now, which was, and here, I'll just bring it to the ultimate conclusion. Is your position that men should not have an opinion on abortion?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, why?
Because the man isn't the one who is deciding whether or not to grow the child. The man doesn't have any really, after the insemination, the man has no responsibility to care for that child, to raise that child, or to not do those things.
If he's worried about abortion,
if he wants to be a dad, absolutely.
Forced
No.
to.
If that's the situation, then that is a conversation between you and your partner. Who am I to tell you what you think?
Okay, I get it. Let me grant the argument to you.
Please.
Because it's your body, nobody should have the
You
ability.
just said your body, my choice, but okay.
No, he was joking, I'm pretty sure. I hope he was. I think he was joking.
Funny joke.
He was joking. Go ahead, Andrew.
It wasn't a joke. I think that men should abortion, absolutely.
Or at least be able to opt out.
And not only do I think so, I'm going to give you a counter argument now, and I'd like to actually hear what you have to say about this.
Please.
Men can be drafted and sent to war.
Oh my God. Who made those rules?
Cannot be drafted. Stop talking and let me finish my point.
True.
Women can vote to send men to war and cannot themselves be drafted to go to that war.
Women did not decide
Who
that.
set that system up?
Stop talking. I just let all of you spurred the fuck out for like 5 minutes and didn't say anything. At least let me make the argument. Okay? Because women can vote to send men to war and they themselves cannot be drafted for a war, that means that it's men's body and not their choice. It's the same exact fucking logic. Same logic.
But no, it's
Women
not at all.
Those rules.
Women didn't make those rules, and it's the men making the rules about the women's bodies. The men made the rules about who gets drafted. They don't want women in war.
Complain to the men in charge, not us.
Seriously. No, let's talk about it. This is a great conversation to have.
Okay, great.
I know lots of women who want to be in the military, but they're not allowed to actually fight. They have to be.
Let's use that line of logic then. Because men decided it, Therefore, it's okay. Well, then men decided you can't have abortion.
No, that's not what I said. That is not what I said.
Wait, stop. Just let him finish.
That is what
let
you
him
said.
finish.
No, it is not.
Listen, I'm gonna. Here's your counter syllogism. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give you your whole syllogism. Premise 1: a person's body is individualized to themselves. Premise 2: because a person's body is individualized to themselves, nobody should be able to tell another person what they can or can't do with their body. Right? Conclusion: men should not be able to tell women that they can't have abortions because it's not their body. That is your syllogism, right?
Yes, I don't think that men should be drafted either. I don't think anyone should be drafted.
Just stop. I just gave you the syllogism. You know I'm giving you your position correctly because you just agreed I was. So I'll give you the counter syllogism. Premise 1: men, right, would still they would be individuals in charge of their body, just like your first premise. Premise 2: they should have complete and total autonomy over it because it's theirs. Conclusion: women should never be allowed to vote to send men to war if they cannot themselves be drafted because they now have command over somebody else's body, correct?
Yes, I agree. I agree with you. I don't think that should happen.
Now, hang on. Now that you agree with all that, your counter-argument to this was that, but men made those rules. If that is the counter-argument, and because men made those rules, therefore those rules are just, then my
No. I said, but men made those rules, so that's why you can't be mad at women for that.
The fuck out when I'm like almost done.
Because what are you talking about?
Make a response. Then I swear he can make a response. I'm not going to stop you.
You're stupid.
All I wanted to do was make sure you understood my position. I understood your.
We did. The condescension is actually crazy in here. I've been very, very respectful this entire time.
You're still spurging out. Just calm down.
You're spurting out.
And we can have the conversation.
Let's be calm.
Ladies, calm down.
You calm down.
So anyway, back to where I was. If it is not your argument that because men made those rules, therefore it's just, then what is your argument for why women should be able to vote to send men to war?
We never said.
I never said that men should have to be sent to war. I don't think anyone should have to be drafted. I don't think that is just at all. I think that you should join the military upon your own volition. I've never said that. I don't think anyone should have to have anything about their lives decided for them at all.
Your answer is to abolish the draft.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
yes, absolutely.
So if there was a foreign enemy, like let's say China, who was going to invade the United States, and you needed soldiers very, very, very quickly, you'd think the government should not be allowed to draft its population.
I think
you're just complaining about men being drafted.
I think
you're saying we need men to be drafted.
I think that ideally we live in a country where our governments don't get into that kind of what's the word? Ideally, because you're bringing up a hypothetical scenario as well. So if I can bring my hypothetical scenario in,
it's happened. The United States has been attacked by foreign entities.
Okay, yeah, but when have they actually been on American soil?
Yeah, they attacked Hawaii.
Yeah, World War II, that was literally like 60 years ago.
It was more than 60 years.
Okay, well, exactly. That was long ago.
All I said to you was there's examples of this having happened already. And you're like, but that was 50 years, so what? So what if it's 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 years? Who cares?
Women couldn't vote 100 years ago. Does that not matter?
What?
You're literally
because you know what's so funny that you were bringing up those points about what was it called, the term that you used about the arguments, and he's just bringing up women voting that has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but all of a sudden it's a good point when he says it. I don't know. I think that this conversation needs to come to an end because we're clearly not going to agree. I don't think that anybody, man or woman, should have any government control over anything that they do, whether it comes to their bodies, their health care, or their service to our country. I'm a patriot.
Every time we get to the point where we test your logic, you want to shut the conversation.
What are you talking about? I
have this opinion, Andrew, and what I think is what...
What the fuck are you talking about, actually?
Let me logically test this opinion to see if it's sound. Let me logically test your argument to see if it's sound. You're like...
I am agreeing with you. I said that the logical argument that you made and then the second conclusion that you made are true. I don't think that men should be drafted. I don't think that the government should have control over women's bodies.
Yeah, but that is what we're testing now, whether or not you actually think men or women should not be drafted.
I don't think that anyone should be drafted.
Yeah,
I think that ideally we live in a country where people are patriotic and they want to fight for this country, and that if there should be a war where there is a foreign enemy who is attacking us, that we have enough people, which by the way we already do because there's tons of benefits in the military. You get all these different benefits. Lots of people are in the military because they want to be in the military. I am not against the military. I am very for this country. I'm very for this government. But I think that there's different ways that we could go about it.
Repeat back the question I actually asked you.
You asked me if we should have a draft if there is to be a someone invading our country.
Yeah.
And we need military people. I think that no, there shouldn't be. And if there is, then it should be open to all genders. I don't think it should just be men.
Yeah, but if that was the case, then
I'm not saying that something is true.
Yo. You gotta let. He started talking. You had.
Sorry.
You were just let him talk. Go
Absolutely,
ahead.
yeah.
So anyway, if you so your first claim is no, right? No, they just shouldn't be able to draft the citizenry in order to protect the country, right?
Mm-hmm. And if they do?
No, not if they do. They shouldn't, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's the claim, is that they should not. So if you had an enemy who was invading, who said, for instance, that their intended purpose was to enslave all of the women of the United States and put them in camps to do essay to them all day long, like the Japanese did in Nanking, for instance, right? Do you think that then the American government should draft the citizenry of the nation in order to protect the women?
I think that then, at that point, the American people would join the military by their own
I have
ordinance.
a question.
Let us assume that they're not, though.
Well, why are we assuming that they're not? Why does it have to be to your standard? But when I bring something up, I'm not logical, but you're bringing up something completely illogical.
Hypothetical test your logic, because it's baked into the hypothetical.
Testing my logic?
Because it's based in the it's baked in the hypothetical test.
This is crazy.
Andrew, do you think in that scenario that
it doesn't
men
matter
should
what
be
I
drafted?
think?
Yeah, do you think? No, because if it doesn't matter, why does it matter? Well, you know what though? No, wait. Actually, before we get
my position to know your position, it's not necessary.
Okay.
I promise.
I'm not.
You know, this is the thing here. We see it very common when some people know that they are losing the argument, then they raise their voice or they start yelling and shouting at the top of their voice. So you don't share your thoughts or you don't share your opinion, so their voice supersedes yours and they don't listen to what you're saying. And exactly the point. So she is saying men shouldn't have a say in a woman's body or with a woman's body in regards to her getting pregnant and abortion or whatever. Well, this is how it goes. If a man is a contributing factor or contributing in terms of his sperm, then I want to believe that he should also have a say. You should do him a solid to have a say, because we just see it that lots of these modern women are so selfish that they just want it to be all about them. Because you think a man shouldn't have a say when it comes to the pregnancy, abortion, or whatever, but you want to have a say when it comes to child support and the man taking care of the child and all of that. Oh, come on. Remember that for women, it is not mandatory for women to have their maternal or to take care of their kids and whatnot. But I mean, with the government being involved in family and whatnot, men are being forced to pay child support and all of that. So do you think men should also say, oh, women shouldn't have a say in terms of their finances and all of that? Do you think that is right? Let me know what you think, but I would really love your thoughts in the comments down below. You can share the useful information you think might be really helpful. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe and all of that stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.